Hello, Ranger user. Let me show you how you can configure a HART device attached to your Ranger using software like Packware. Imagine you're remote and you would like to recalibrate the HART device. You would like to maybe rearrange it, change the span. If it's a level device with a radar, you may want to change the echo curve. There's many different cases where you would like to connect to this device using the manufacturer-specific software. It is possible to do this by combining the manufacturer-specific software, the SignalFire device tunneler, and the SignalFire Cloud. Let me show you how you can do this. First, you need to log in to your SignalFire Cloud account and then click on the device that you know has a HART instrument connected to it. Then, if it is a SignalFire Ranger with a HART card, you will have a tile called Sensors HART. Click on the button Sensor Configuration. The next screen will show you the details of how to remotely connect to your device. Just follow the steps from 1 through 5. Step 1, run the SignalFire Cloud device tunnel. So you're going to click on your Start menu, and here I have a shortcut to launch the SignalFire Cloud device tunnel. It looks like this. Step number 2, click Open Port. So I'm going to click on the top here, Open Port. I need to select this particular port listed here. So I'm going to click on Open Port and select the one that's listed on the screen, Connect. You can see now the green light has turned on, which means that the cloud application is utilizing the SignalFire Cloud port over here. Third, click Select Device to select the Ranger that has the HART device attached. So I'm going to click Select Device. You'll see a progress bar here. This is when the Ranger is receiving a signal that it's going to be in a special remote tunneling mode. The Ranger will turn on the power to the attached sensor and be ready for continuous data streaming with the device over here connected. So the Ranger is now ready for the remote tunneling session. Step number 5, launch Packware. So there's a link here. I'm going to click on it. It's going to create a template. Or if you have another software, you may be able to launch your other software and point to the COM port 102 or the COM 102. Okay. So again, on the right side, you can follow these instructions. I'm going to click the link. It's going to create a template. I'm going to launch the template, which will then open up Packware in this case. So once Packware opens, you presumably have the DTM of the manufacturer installed prior to launching Packware, as well as the code writes DTM, which is necessary for the HART communication. So over here, I have these installed prior to launching Packware. It's part of the library. So I'm going to right click and hit connect to establish a session with a COM 102. As you can see now in the device tunneler, the COM port is now in session with the software Packware. It says over here, connected to CodeWright's HART communication DTM. Then simply follow the same steps that you would usually do using Packware, where you would need to scan for an attached device. And all the rest of the instructions over here are what you're familiar with, which is the usage of the software like Packware. You will see the device that has been found. Simply click on Close, and then you can start the configuration and the calibration of your device. It may take up to a minute or 2 minutes, depending on how complex your HART device is, for all of the parameters to load. So once the DTM has completely loaded the information, you will now be able to browse all information that are pertinent about this product. So you can simply expand and do anything that you would do normally using a HART modem connected directly to the HART device. You'll see the send and receive status over here showing that the application Packware is sending messages through the SignalFire Cloud port and then reaching the device. So you can see these back and forth transaction between the cloud and the HART instrument. If you'd like to see something in particular, like in this case, I'm going to look at the echo curve of this device. This has a bit more information. This particular device does level monitoring, and then you're going to have the little progress bar. Again, the speed might be 10% slower than a usual HART device connected with a modem, but it's way better than driving hours or climbing on a tank in a hazardous location to be able to access the instrument so that you can calibrate, diagnose, and do what you have to do. You can see over here the progress bar is almost done, and then we'll have more information on this particular HART device. There you go. Here's information on this HART instrument, and you can do anything you would need to do using this specific software for this specific device. When you're done, you simply have to close a session with the device, disconnect. You're going to then disconnect also the COM port. I'm going to disconnect the COM port. I'm going to shut down Packware. I don't need to save any changes. Then finally, I'm going to disconnect the web application, the SignalFire Cloud, from the device tunneler and close the port. Don't worry if you forget to do this on its own. There is a timeout, and the Ranger will go back to its normal activities, which, by the way, while you're doing this, the Ranger is still monitoring, measuring your device, and sending it to the cloud. But the special session that we open, the remote tunneling session, will shut down automatically when there's no more activity. So don't worry if you forgot to do this. It will not be stuck in any sort of mode that could hinder the operations of the Ranger. And that is it. This is how you can remotely configure a HART instrument using a software like Packware and the Ranger.